This week in Jamaica Now, Queen of Radio Dorraine Samuels passes. Longtime friend Alan Magnus is grief-stricken.
I even asked the question, who have I troubled? Who have I troubled? Why is this happening to me?
Plain pain. Family considering legal action after crash reports flight school aircraft was fitted with wrong and malfunctioning parts. Partying on a yacht. Opposition questions who paid for Ruel Reid's celebration. Education Ministry says it still has the $20 million the Prime Minister said the Education Ministry donated to Jamaica College for its athletics track. The latest on the alleged assault of a Calabar teacher. And celebrating CHAMS 2019. I'm Damian Mitchell and this is Jamaica Now. There has been an outpouring of tributes in Jamaica all week following Tuesday's passing of Queen of Radio Dorraine Samuels. Samuels died at the age of 59 at the Tony Thwaites Wing at the University Hospital of the West Indies. She had been treating pancreatic cancer. Prime Minister Andrew Holness led the tributes, calling her a true Jamaican icon, and the House Speaker Pernell Charles said she was a national figure. Meanwhile, Opposition Leader Dr. Peter Phillips said Dorraine Samuels mirrored the best of who we are. And in his first public comment since Dorraine's passing, her colleague Alan Magnus said it has been a devastating period for him. 4 days before Dorraine's death, Alan's wife, Kerry Magnus, died in hospital from the H1N1 virus commonly called swine flu.
I couldn't see anything through the car windscreen. I don't even know. I just tried to get home. I couldn't do anything else. Yes. I even asked the question, who have I troubled? Who have I troubled? Why is this happening to me? What are the odds of two of the most important people in their life passing almost to the hour, 4 days apart?
Meanwhile, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says there have been no reports of swine flu in Jamaica. But Magnus insists swine flu is in Jamaica. The last swine flu warning in Jamaica was in 2016 when the Ministry of Health appealed to persons who fall within the high-risk groups to seek treatment early if they experience symptoms of influenza infection. The long-awaited report into the deadly 2016 flight school plane crash in Greenwich Town, Kingston, has revealed that the Cessna aircraft lost power shortly after takeoff because the engine was fitted with wrong and malfunctioning parts. The damning report also details a litany of aviation rule breaches, poor oversight, inefficient accountability systems, and a weak emergency response protocol. Student pilots Dan Shavor Gilmore and Ramon Forbes and their instructor Captain Jonathan Wharton all died when the Caribbean Aviation Training Center plane went down on the afternoon of November 10, 2016, seconds after taking off from the Tinson Pen Aerodrome on Marcus Garvey Drive in Kingston. The plane immediately burst into flames on impact. According to the report, the maintenance work order for the plane had been forged. It also revealed that it took almost 1 hour for the Tinson Pen Aerodrome to dispatch the appropriate foam tender to extinguish the fire because the vehicle was not licensed to traverse the public road. All that time, an emergency responder from the aerodrome had traveled on foot to the nearby crash scene with handheld extinguishers, but they were ineffective. The fire brigade was also using the wrong foam to attempt to put out the blaze. And the mothers of the 2 student pilots say they have been reliving nights of anguish, anxiety, and anger following the publication of the 60-page report. To compound the pain, they say they have been left with millions of dollars of debt just over 2 years after their sons were killed when the aircraft went down in Greenwich Town. Now they say they will be taking legal action against the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority and the flight school, the Caribbean Aviation Training Center.
My family is undergoing emotional distress, and I'm sure I'm speaking on behalf of the other 2 families, right? I've had to pay medical bills based on my emotional condition. I have had to take leave from my work to deal with the situation because I cannot and I could not remain in my home environment knowing that my child died the way he did. Now, who is going to be paying for that? I am going to be seeking legal representation. The report is so explicit. It needs no further explanation.
The Education Ministry says it still has the $20 million that the Prime Minister Andrew Holness had announced in February was contributed to the Jamaica College for its track stadium. Holness, in making the announcement at the official opening of the stadium a month ago, said the Sports Development Foundation had donated an additional $10 million. But in a statement this week, the Jamaica College Board said it did not receive the $20 million. The school only acknowledged receiving the $10 million through the Sports Development Foundation. The $20 million was committed by Education Minister Ruel Reid, who last week resigned amid corruption allegations. Reid is also the principal of Jamaica College, but had been on leave of absence to fulfill his appointment as a government minister. And the People's National Party is turning up the pressure on the Caribbean Maritime University, demanding answers to questions about birthday parties and celebrations for the resigned education minister. Opposition Senator Lambert Brown first raised the question in the upper house on Friday, suggesting that the CMU played a key role in the party for the former minister on a yacht in Kingston Harbour. Former Permanent Secretary in the Education Ministry, Elaine Foster Allen, said it was her information that the CMU paid for Reid's celebration. Photographs of Reid's party on the yacht in Kingston in April 2017 showed the CMU president, Dr. Fritz Pinnock, and some of his students actively taking part. The Calabar High School physics teacher who last week went public with allegations that he was assaulted by student athletes Christopher Taylor and DeJour Russell says despite social media criticisms against him, he wishes the runners well. In the meantime, Sanjay Shaw has retained the legal services of Lord Anthony Gifford and is awaiting further advice. But Shaw says he has decided to hold off on pursuing legal action against the two for the alleged assault during an incident at the school last December.
I'm a forward-looking person, a future-thinking person, and of course, pressing charges will damage the professional life, the opportunities for the students, and you know, it will limit the way that they are able to progress in life, and I wouldn't want to be the one that causes such a damaging effect to the students.
And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. You may tune in to Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, sights and scenes from Champs 2019.